Morning, you beautiful people. Today is Adventure Day. So we booked in a tour to get to Halong Bay. Now if you've never heard of it, you definitely recognize it. It's probably one of the biggest spots to visit in northern Vietnam. So every tourist goes there. Stay tuned, join us on today's adventure, and we'll show you what we see, obviously. So just a little shout out before we actually go anywhere to Adventure Indochina. This place we found on Google, like all the reviews were raving about it. Like, yeah, go here, it's fantastic, they're amazing. So we came down and we had a chat, and it turns out the reviews are right. Shock horror. This place was fantastic and the staff were amazing. We booked our Halong Bay day trip. They've got all the ranges. The guy tells you, if you do this, you get this. If you do that, you get that. If you come to Hanoi and you want to do some tours, which is quite likely, I would recommend this place because it's a no crap. You go in, you tell them what you want. If you don't want the more expensive package, you'll be like, good, that's more for alcohol, and send you on your way. The bus was 30 minutes late because it was doing the laps of the city to pick up people from their hotels. We're keeping it quiet here because there's quite a lot of people listening. So we don't want to disturb them because we're not rude, like the people from our hotel who were having sex and letting the whole block know about it at 5 AM. Not impressed, not impressed. And people walking past your doors at 7 AM, like shouting to each other up and down the corridor. Not impressed.
Uncle Lily.
It's being considerate, man. That's what it is, just be considerate. Be considerate. Ooh. You get a numb bum on one of those buses, I'm telling you. After an hour on the coach, or maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, kind of napped, so I'm not entirely sure how long it was, to be honest. And a very numb bum. We came across to a pearl farm, which is our first stop, and it's literally that. Oysters grown, sand placed inside so they can grow pearls. It takes anything between 2 to 8 years. Not gonna lie, it's a little bit weird to see, but I mean, if they can make it work. But my question is, if you can farm pearls after 2 to 8 years, does that not just decrease the value? That should just plummet through the floor, right? And just raised a good point. Salmon and lobsters can be farmed, but that's still quite expensive.
People going towards the bus?
Are they our people? I don't know who I'm with. I don't even know what bus I'm on.
Those people were with those people.
If I wasn't with this stranger, I'd probably be lost by now.
Come on,
I'd probably be in like Japan.
What, like Japan?
Yeah, probably in Japan. At least China's a realistic thing. My bum's numb and my legs feel weird. We've arrived. Here's a little kicker for you. So the tour that we've booked has food included, and they said to us, as a rule, they don't take plastic onto the beach or onto the boats, so please leave your water bottles behind. Happy days, you know what, we're happy with that, we can support that. And then they say, food's included, drink is not, so be prepared to buy your own drink. I'm like, oh, really? Is that how it is? Is it Dave to us? So keep that in the back of your mind. If you're going to bring water here, don't bring it in plastic bottles, and you can have your own. Otherwise you're paying for it. This is our boat for the tour. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I think I am. I don't actually know what a boat is. So the tour we're taking with is with Cozy Bay, and it says in big orange letters, Cozy Bay Tour. Now, I just said that, and I don't want another group of people on our boat. I want it to be me, her, preferably that's it. But I suppose, you know, the people that are also on our bus, that's acceptable. And she starts losing her shit. And she's like, what? You can't expect to have a whole boat? Yes, I can. I've paid to go on a tour. All of these people on my bus have paid to go on a tour. I don't care if somebody else has paid to go on a tour. If they're not on my bus, they're not in my group.
Anthropologically, I don't know how to explain this. It's like you accept these people as your own.
Only the people from the bus.
Anyone else is a bad tribe.
Yeah, I don't want them on my boat.
Please comment down below what you think.
Yeah, I can't be the only one who has this, right? I'm not the only one who has this.
I'm sure you're one of
If
the
you
few.
agree, I want you to comment. If you see this, I want you to comment below if this is weird or if this is normal.
If you're Team M or Team Lee.
Yeah.
Team M lets everyone on the boat.
And Team Lee lets nobody on the boat unless you pay me. Alright, so this is our boat and there's people on my boat. There's more risk of somebody like wanting to steal my shit It's gonna be harder to fly the drone. I just don't like people.
No one cares about your shit.
People do. People steal shit all the time.
No,
if you think that,
not
you
in
don't
stuff
think
like
that.
this.
They do. What? In YouTube videos?
No, in stuff like this, like tours that everyone's paid to be on. No one cares.
They got the comfier seats?
Do you care about stealing someone's
If I was a thief, yeah. That guy just turned up out of nowhere.
Are you visiting Hanoi?
And he's like, come on, let's race. So we're racing. We're totally kicking his ass. This is what happens when you play Mario Kart too often. We're going to try something new. I don't know how I feel about this. You're going to be my supporting cheerleader. This is the Cookie Monster live in action, by the way, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, look at this. This is fried octopus?
Yeah.
Fried octopus. Just looking at it puts me off.
Come on. It's nice. I like octopus.
Chewy. It tastes bad. Doesn't taste bad. This is the big one. This is the moment of truth. This
I'm
is
gonna hold it.
Yeah. He's good. No? Okay, so that's two people saying don't eat it, so... I mean, I kind of want to try it anyways, so... Thank you. Okay, so that's soft. Very soft. Weirdly soft. I mean... It doesn't taste of a lot. I don't know why people big them up. It doesn't taste of a lot. It kind of just tastes salty. Probably wouldn't eat it again. But I've done it, and you witnessed it. You also my first time. Thank you for your encouragement.
For those of you who don't know him, this is such a big deal. This is what's happening. I can't believe this actually happened while I was eating.
I suppose, yeah, if you don't know me, I don't eat anything unless it's chicken breast and rice. You know, I don't eat offal, I don't eat liver, kidneys, tongue, anything like that. So, eating this is a big thing. The Cookie Monster has something to say.
And he's not open to eating stuff like this. And the fact that you put it on your plate by yourself and decided, oh, I'm going to do it now. I'm so
Yikes.
proud of you.
I'm a big boy now. So our first stop in our tour is to a cave called Surprise Cave. Apparently it's full of pointy rocks, stalagmites and stalactites, something like that. But I think the biggest thing to note is how many people are here with us. Like there's the queue of people just carries on up the steps, all the way up the steps.
His favourite people.
Yeah. But as you can see behind, there's very busy in here too. There are people everywhere and it is very congested. Off season would probably be better to do this. I don't even know what the sound is like. Skipping Halong Bay, we go to Lan Han Bay, where it's supposed to be a lot quieter and a lot less touristy. That is the stark reality of hitting high tourist season in high tourist locations. People everywhere. You've got guides trying to push past us for some weird reason, I'm not sure what they're doing. And you're trying to take a nice photo, but you just can't quite get it, can you? It's not quite there. But it looks pretty, it's cool, I do like it.
Very big.
It's massive, yeah, much bigger than you think for a cave. Surprisingly. Hey, surprise cave. Guys, this is for scale. These itsy bitsy peoples. These bitsy peoples. They're literally just like tiny compared to the scale of this cave. It's massive. It's like very grand, it's lit up, it's very, very showy, very flashy.
Very
people-y.
wide as well, so even if you're claustrophobic, I feel like you could go into that cave.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Still, definitely worth coming to see. It's like one of the biggest cave systems in the whole of Vietnam, I think.
I think so, yeah.
Definitely the biggest cave system in Halong Bay, without a doubt. Back on the boat we go. Okay, if I didn't show you earlier or haven't mentioned before, this is my new toy. It's the DJI Mini Pro 3 and it comes with the new RC controller, and I am not joking, it is so good. So good. It's so easy to fly, incredibly easy. The internal stabilization, the software DJI have used is phenomenal. I just took it out across the bay, came in across some of the kayaks, flew across, found a shipwreck over on the sandy beach. It was fantastic. The only concern I had was the large amount of birds of prey that are floating around out here. That made me kind of stop and bring it in. I didn't go too high because I really don't want to annoy them and lose my drone on day one. My battery died as I was finalising my statement about the DJI, but to summarise in a single word, fantastic, fantastic. Now, we're on our final leg of the trip. It's just a little hike up a hill.
T-Top Island.
To T-Top Island. Just like the caves, it's loaded with tourism. People everywhere. After 400 steps, I can formally introduce you to the top of T-Top Island. Check out this little view. Expectation versus reality. When you're out on these tours, out on the boats, and you've got loads of different people floating around, there's a thing you need to keep in mind: time management. Your guide tells you you've got 45 minutes. It means you've got 45 minutes, not an hour or 50 minutes. It means you're holding up the whole boat for everybody else to leave. So be prepared. If you're coming to do on that and you don't know how to do time management, let's practice now. If you are good with time management, be prepared, people are going to be late. So it sounds like a lose-lose. And our guide, bless her, she's up there off the boat stressing out like, come on, let's go, let's go. She's still waiting for people. So yeah, let's be fair, let's be friendly, guys, to everybody else that's on the boat. Poor lassie, she's stressing out loads, she's pacing. So the trip to Halong Bay, recommended, but possibly go to the other bay, so there's not so much tourism going on. I think you get a better views, less people around you, you'll be able to get better opportunities. This tour was $75, so it's not exactly expensive for what you get. There was buffet at the start, this now, it's not bad at all.
Are we taking a picture?
We're supposed to be, now we're taking a video.
Oh.
Whoopsie daisy.
Annoying.
Introduce you to, what was this place called? Tippletops.